episode 13 recap of Wandering DM's Cyberpunk RED series, brought to you by Talsorian Games and Found Familiar Coffee. Last week's episode was a climactic battle scene after Jimenez and Crazy Princess's cage match. Mr. Murphy did not like the way Jimenez booked the match and sought to terminate Jimenez by detonating Crazy Princess's molar bomb. Now, the crew proved to be too smart for Mr. Murphy because that tooth was extracted prior to the match, placed in a fuel tank of Mr. Murphy's car. Detonating the tooth caused a chain reaction of booms and destroyed pretty much every car in the parking lot, causing the audience to riot. Now, Trince and Reno escaped with Stephanie and left Mr. White, Jimenez, and Jinx to deal with Mr. Murphy's goons. Fortunately, Jinx's aim was on point, and Jimenez was able to use some street smarts to outfight the three Chumbas in the ring. And afterwards, Mr. White and Jimenez confronted the defeated Murphy, seeking a way to negotiate his surrender. Unfortunately, Mr. Murphy was not the type to back down from anything, regardless of how bad things looked. So, after Control managed to hack Mr. Murphy's phone and transfer $700,000 into Mr. White's bank account, and then exposing WorldSat's plans to touch off a bloody riot in the combat zone for shits and giggles, Jinx ended Mr. Murphy's life with a very clean headshot. Meanwhile, Trin's Crazy Princess and Reno returned to 2077 Pondsmith Ave to discover a hostage scene. See, Mr. Murphy had sent a bunch of goons in an armored vehicle to demolish the apartments while the rest of us were busy. After a drive-by on their leader failed to cause him any real harm, Trince decided to up the ante by running the gentleman over with her hot-wired Toyota Chevy. The three then proceeded to take over the armored vehicle and bantered with the goons who were locked out until the cops arrived and ended the confrontation. As fun as that was, there were two casualties, Rico and one of the Anderson gang. This week picks up with the aftermath of the battle as our team decides what to do with their windfall of cash and an armored vehicle. Now, sheltering at home doesn't mean you have to drink crappy coffee, so reach for the familiar. Found Familiar Coffee. Head on over to foundfamiliar.com and take advantage of the special quarantine discount pricing by ordering yourself some fabulous artisan coffee. Show will begin soon, so this is Anino signing off and encouraging you to be your most thoughtful selves. Take care, everybody.
Hello everyone, hello, welcome to, and that's when the connection issues begin.
No.
Welcome to our penultimate episode of Cyberpunk RED. I think that was just a quick hiccup. Everything seems to be okay. I am Simon at Wandering DM. I'll be GMing tonight's game. Before we begin, I would like to thank all of our sponsors for today's game. Starting with Talsorian Games, without who it would be impossible to play this game because it would not exist. So thank you so much to Talsorian Games. Make sure to check them out at talsoriangames.com. I can speak. Our other sponsors is, of course, Mage and Press, makers of 5th edition D&D supplements. Check them out at store.mageandpress.com. You can use code WanderingDM to get 15% off, including the new book they released today about cats. Just just a whole bunch of cats. Just cats in all varieties, like three-eyed cats and caterpillars and all the other bad cat puns you can think of are now in a book. And it's honestly, get it if even just for the art. The art is amazing. So check that out. store.magenpress.com. Otherwise, our other sponsors is, of course, Found Familiar, Coffee Company. Great coffee, great taste, great coffee, great taste, great coffee. I stuck in a loop. And is showing right now the initiative, which I haven't tried yet. We'll have to try it out. Our other sponsor tonight is brand new to the channel. We welcome Roll20 as our sponsors from this point on. Roll20 is the virtual tabletop that we've been using for all of our games here at Wandering DM, or almost all of them. So be sure to check them out at roll20.com. You can use the panel down below to check it. Otherwise, there's no message in chat because I was too busy, I guess. I don't know. I forgot. I forgot. And then, of course, our partners through the Diceomancy program, Level Up Dice. Check them out. Purple Torch down below, or the link in chat. We also have a logo. We have the official Wandering DM logo now. That's both on the overlay, down there, and down at the bottom, where the donate button used to be. You can see our lovely logo made by Displacer Rat, who's in chat right now. Thank you so much, Rat. If you have, and they are also the ones that made the intro. The intro video that you see is also a creation of Displacer Rat. So if you want to hire them for anything, check them out. Send them a message in Twitch tonight while they're in chat, or send me a message and I can always send it over to them. That said, for the crew, the cast tonight, because nobody apparently sees it on camera, but I have a co-DM right here in Zoom. You should see my co-DM. I have an 8-bit figure that's just off camera, and I thought it was funny.
We can see it. At least.
No, I know Twitch can't see it. It's just for you. It's just for the cast.
It's very cool.
Huh?
I said it's very cool. Y'all, the audience are missing out big time.
Yeah. I'll try to prop him up for next time. But that said, let's go around the table. Tell us who you are, who you're playing, before we get back into the action of playing Monopoly in Night City. We'll start with Adelaide. We'll go clockwise around the overlay while I open Roll20. Hi.
Yeah, hi. I'm Adelaide Gardner, Adelaide on Twitter. I am 1/4 of a new company called Action Fiction. We just released our very first game called Monsters of Merca, which is an American cultural and political satire game for 5e. Go check it out. It is now officially a silver bestseller on DriveThruRPG, which is wild. Very exciting stuff. Yeah, and several games throughout the week. You can find that on my Twitter. And I'm ready to play. I play Reno, by the way, our solo. Grumpy old solo with a cat. She's a grumpy cat lady.
Up next, Anino.
How's it going, everyone? My name's Anino, and I use he, him pronouns, and today I play Jimenez, the rocker boy by way of professional wrestling.
Whoa. Streamlabs, please. Next up, Rin.
Hey, I'm Rin at Heaven's Night on Twitter and Birds Through the Rain on Twitch if Twitch stops doing what it's doing. Anyway, I play drinks. Trigger happy drinks.
Up next is Chris.
I don't know, Jinx. I mean, you seem to have a lot of restraint and, didn't, waited till the signal. So I don't know how trigger happy you really are. Very accurate, though. You can call me Chris, at Chris Geary on Twitter. You can find me there. I'm here Friday nights. I also am working with a very talented group of people on a project called Omens Rising. And tonight I reprise my role as I'm waiting for Twitch to catch up. Oh, come on. I reprise my role as Mr. White, the fixer and trauma surgeon. And it looks like it, but I can't tell. What I do know is I love it when a plan comes together. Hopefully tonight will come together.
Well, obviously, Google and Twitch don't like each other. That's what's happening. And WorldSat is using the opportunity to hack the signal. Oh, hey, all. You know me. I'm at Dear Jonathan on Twitter or Praxagorth see me around on Twitch. And tonight I get to play Trends, your friendly neighborhood mechanic who is all sunshine and everybody is nice all the time. And she is not upset about being shot all the time. At all.
That says you're muted.
Yes, I'm muted. My apologies. I'm trying to do 3 things at once.
Welcome back to the land of the vocal.
Hey, no problem. I am trying to see if opening Roll20 in another browser is gonna lessen the strain on my thing.
Apparently, you're still muted.
You've got all the mute buttons.
We do hear Kitty though, which is nice.
Yeah, but I'm not muted.
Hmm.
Hey, Rat, can you hear me? Because, you know, I can keep talking and make sure you know, but apparently he's not muted, so...
Yeah, I'm not muted. Like, at all. Like, I can see the sound bar
I see it
moving.
now. I hear it now. You're very soft, though.
I'm very soft? Why, thank you.
Yeah.
Kitten, shut up.
Oh, we're good now.
Okay.
Well,
Um,
see? It's just Twitch being twitchy. You gave Twitch an AI, and now it has a personality, and it don't like nobody.
yeah, apparently. So that doesn't work. So that doesn't work. I'm gonna fix the Roll20 issue, but for the meantime, if you would just like everyone to call out your rolls when you roll, and we'll fix the Roll20 overlay after. We're still using Roll20, it's just I can't show it right now because OBS is being a brat. So, I would like to know, everyone, you've gotten 700,000 Eurobucks from Mr. Murphy's account.
Is that after or before Control's cut?
Before Control's cut.
So how much do I actually have to disperse?
Control took 200,000 from that.
I figured. And we're square 100% on all our bills.
Oh, yes. That was plenty enough to cover any outstanding amount.
So we've got 500K.
You have 500K.
300K is what the building costs. And we've talked a little bit about that as a team.
Mm-hmm.
I can certainly send a message off to the manager, to the owner.
The other things that I think might do us quite a bit of good is to, I don't know, Jimenez, do you think that maybe we could work out a partnership deal with Connie and Club Underground, El Jefe, buy Connie's way in with some of that Murphy money that was extorted from him?
Yeah, I think that it would certainly help with our production values.
So maybe we can do a little bit of that. Build up Jimenez's like visibility and brand. Invest a little there. Send out a few thank you cards.
Shit.
If
Uh-oh.
Sorry.
It's okay,
if
dude.
you
Water and the keyboard do not mix.
Clean up aisle 5. Clean
Sorry,
up
Chris.
aisle 5.
no worries. I think we just need to figure out how much that buy-in has to be in order to make it happen. What do you all think about investing in in our friend Jimenez's career, as well as some other contacts? Jinx, you know that Connie has a number of routes that could use talents like your own, and you've already done one favor setting up a couple dead drops for him.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea. I'm cool with it.
What about you,
Yeah.
Reno?
Guess my best option would be blackjack, maybe. See if he can get us some exclusives.
Okay. And
I mean,
then,
I think as long as there's a return, and we all benefit from it. You do what you think's best. Like,
I just know that favors are usually easier to trade on than straight dollars or items that can be stolen or broken.
yep. Favors are remembered more easily too.
But trends. I know you talked about wanting to do a lot of wild things to this building, but I just don't see that kind of investment in our near future. Long term, sure.
I mean, it's not really like I need a lot for investment. It could be like a small amount of money. I mean, you saw what I did with absolutely zero, nothing. I could do a shit ton with what I got.
That's fair. Reno, as the super, what kinds of things would you want to see improved upon?
Better security. More cameras, maybe a fence. It's kind of a shithole though, so I'm not really sure what much better we can do. But if only it means it's not going to be blown to bits, then I'm all in.
No, it won't be blown to bits. That plan got, let's say, aired out to the right people and no longer is on the table. Well, you and Trins were mopping up here. We, Jimenez and I released a bunch of debt on Murphy to basically everywhere across the web. And the CEO of WorldSat wasn't very happy because this project was not on the books.
No, I'm sure they were not happy about that, but it does make me a little bit nervous. They tend to like their revenge tactics.
It's true.
But it'll do for now.
They won't have towers for very long, though. that offer of 2K is definitely going to be on a lot of people's minds. And I wouldn't be surprised if one or two of them come down soon. And somebody pings me asking to collect. But yeah, I don't think it's gonna get bought. I do think though that we can I don't know. Is there anybody that I'm forgetting that we need to say thank you to in some way, shape, or form? We don't want to be in anyone's debt right now. We have to finish our business with IEC in order to get square with Arasaka. But outside of that,
So, I'm guessing we own an apartment complex then.
yeah, I say we make the move on it.
I will send out a text to the owner of the building with our offer.
Oh. Sounds good.
And that would be done during the week between the two games. He is more than happy to get 300,000 euro bucks off your hands and to leave you with this money sink that is the apartment complex.
I will spend time during the week making set of the master keys and just drop them off in everyone's boxes. No, just keys. Surprise. Surprise! You own a money pit.
Living the American dream.
I mean, like it's a lot nicer than the. I mean, there was some things with the garage that was a lot of money, and this ain't nothing. I don't have to pay the insurance on this shit.
By the way, because this is a money pit, it comes with a few, well, I think one caveat. Let me just grab that note. Because you won't have like major bills to pay like you used to. But there is one thing that you are going to have to spend every time I will give you your allowance. You'll have to deduct that much from it.
Paycheck.
No. Ooh, y'all lose 100 euro bucks a month. So just note it down somewhere. If you all remove 100 bucks a month, you're good.
That's less than rent.
Oh yeah, definitely.
As a part of the, sorry, distracted because I just shorted out my keyboard. So,
Oh no.
yeah, this is not a good time for that. Anyway, I have two others. It's not a big deal. But we were going to give something to Stephanie, right?
Yeah.
I think we would offer rent-free housing in our place, seeing as that we can't really give her the acceptable amount of dad's money.
I think we can afford to give her at least 100 grand of it.
Okay.
I mean, then
really,
that's 100. That's 100 grand for us to split otherwise.
well, and then the favor for Connie. I think it's really going to be about.
So we had like 200,000, right? That was
Yeah.
left over.
Yeah. So if
Yeah.
we take out controls cut, you're down to 5.
Take out
Take
the
out
building.
the 3. The building, you're down to 2. 1 for Stephanie, and then 1 for us to split. Or do you want to give her 50 and use the other 50 for Connie?
We can do that too. I mean, if she's got a place to live and she's got 50K in an account in her name,
That would leave 100K to split amongst the 5 of you.
You said that's 500K?
100.
100.
100 between the 5 of you.
Okay.
I mean, technically, we split the 300,000 because we all have equal ownership of the apartment
Yeah.
building.
Yeah, but I meant like as pocket change
Right.
for whatever it is you want to spend your money on, be it
Prison
real
blow,
actual
yeah.
food or. Huh?
I said hookers and blow. All right.
Let me open up the Hookers and Blow handbook.
Need a handbook for that?
Where there's a table for, I'm sure there's a table for brothels somewhere.
Not in that book. No, I'm just kidding. There probably is somewhere, but like at this point I would say like it would probably come up to very expensive. Unless you ask Carver to make you some homemade.
That's, yeah, no. Let's not go down that route.
probably know somebody.
Oh yeah, or Mr. White. Definitely.
I meet a lot of people in my job.
Was there anything that any of you would have liked to do during that week? We'll gloss over it, but
Chins is going to build a new set of legs for her brother that are better than the piece of shit he's got right now.
how better?
Acceptable better in the week that she has, and will probably be one of those, we'll fix it a shit ton better as the time goes on.
So basically you just want you want like functional limbs to begin with.
Yes, and she has a bunch of armor plating stuff pieces that she got earlier in the when the guy got hit by somebody screwed up using the battering ram on the door and it went into his chest, and she's like, I'm going to clean this up, and then appropriated all of the pieces of that, you know, military grade armor plating that he had that ended up on the battering ram. She's going to use that to, you know,
to
not necessarily to make them sturdier.
Yeah.
And protect against EMPs and such things. But not like, you know, military grade or anything like that. Just better in a general sense.
well, EMP shielding and armor are two different things you can put on a on Cyberlegs if you want it.
Yeah, she would.
How However, this is going to require 3 checks from you.
Cool.
The first one would be, well, actually just one, because I think, what's your cyber tech skill at?
Ooh, what is my cyber tech skill at? It is at 5 and 14 is my base.
14 is your base. Then you'll only have to roll for the legs. That's a DC 25. If you succeed on that, the armoring and the EMP shielding, it's a DC 10 after that, so it's not a problem. But making
Okay.
the legs better is 25.
I'm gonna go ahead and spend some of my luck on this. I'm gonna spend 3 of my luck on this.
Okay.
$18.
18 total?
Yeah. No, plus 3 is 21. I can't get to 25 without critting.
Okay. So then, in that case, you would not be able to. You don't have the tools. You don't have either the tools or even the time to fix his legs.
Okay. Well, in that case, she's gonna buy that shit once Mr. White tells her how much money she has.
20K.
Yeah, but like, she doesn't. I know that now, but she did. She's like, she's not paying attention to the money. She doesn't even pay attention to the fact that they own the building. Beyond the fact, it's like, ooh, that means I have time to go play and fix things that have been bothering me. Like, I'm pretty sure I can do this, and I can add this level of baffling so that none of Kava's shit bothers the rest of us. Or, also add a couple of things that she's been thinking about doing to the Anda's place.
Whatever account it is that you make known to Mr. White for different things gets 20K. And you would have gotten a notification.
Cool. Then she'd go shopping. And tell Mark that he owes her this shit.
$2,000 is what you'll need.
She would not accept anything from IEC or WorldSat.
Oh, there are no, like Biotechnica makes some. You're not looking to, since you're going to put the armor and the plating and everything yourself. Like, you're just looking for a good pair of legs, and Biotechnica is a company that specializes in wellness and healthcare. And so a good pair of legs for people that have like had an accident or something. Yeah, that's easier to get from them. And it's not like stamped with some sort of paramilitary company or anything like that.
And none of this connection to IEC. So,
No. I think I figured out what was our problem. So, apologies, chat, if you heard some Windows sounds. But I think we're going to be good for the rest of the night. So that
Awesome.
was what Trins was doing for her week. Let's bounce around the overlay and check with Jimenez.
So
Anything-
Jimenez is probably putting in some extra work cleaning up Club Underground for their next show. I think that Stephanie is going to become a permanent member of the roster. So there would be a angle that he shoots or they shoot during a live show where El Jefe has come out. And El Jefe has basically dubbed Stephanie as the one, as in his new most favored wrestler. And so he's going to be story-wise going to be pushing her along because she needs help. I think she's going to need a goon to work with her. And I think that goon is going to be what was the name of the guy with the pecs?
Guy with the pecs. That was when you were outside. Was it when you did your promo outside?
Yeah, that was in the club. Like I remember distinctly there was a guy who had something pecs in his name or something.
Yeah, Royd Pecs.
Royd Pecs. Yeah, so Royd Pecs is going to become her new goon, and El Jefe is going to be her on-story manager.
Okay.
And so the scene is basically in the middle of the ring. El Jefe announces that Stephanie is signed on full-time with Club Underground. The crowd is booing because the other thing that she did is that they're hosting a live celebration in the ring of this, and they hired that band from that club to play music.
Black Hawks Down.
Black Hawks Down. So Black Hawks Down is doing a live performance there.
They are not known as Black Hawks Down anymore. But keep going. I will find the name. Hawk changed the name of the band.
Okay. So Hawk is there with his band, and they're playing, and the crowd is booing because the music is just really bad, and Stephanie is just strutting around like she owns the place. And then as they're playing, there seems to be an additional member of the band that's sort of just sitting there with his hood up and pretending to play along. But when Stephanie turns her back, you see the guy turn around and cream her with a fake guitar. That just splinters everywhere.
Okay.
And the guy then hits a power bomb on El Jefe, and when the hood gets thrown back, it's Jimenez standing tall in the middle of the ring. And when he grabs the mic, he just says, "Welcome to Club Underground, Stephanie." And then that's the end of that show.
Are you setting yourself up to become a heel?
No. Nobody
Okay.
likes.
It's just her hazing.
Well, I mean, she's bragging even though she won on a technicality.
Mm-hmm.
And they're continuing to push her, so he's sort of just being anti-authority by hitting her with the guitar.
I have lost the note I had written the thing on, which is a shame because it was a throwback to Strand at Your House.
Oh, shit. I remember that now. I wish I could remember what it was.
Yeah. Anyway, they're not called Black Hawks Down. They have another more pretentious name. They're just as good as they were before.
Did they do a tribute to their fallen guitarist?
To Rico, they not at this show, but there will be a show dedicated to Rico. Soon. They don't say when or anything. But it, like when they played at Club Underground during that intervening week, it didn't seem like the band was in any worse shape than they were before. Either it didn't hit them yet, or they just don't show it. And that would bring us to Jinx. What is Jinx doing during that week?
Probably odd jobs if she can find any. Probably helping Mr. White. And yeah, just finding odd jobs, going about her business like she always does. And if the others need help, well, she helps them out.
Okay. You definitely like worked here and there across the city, or even to go out into the suburbs outside the main city of Night City, to either deliver packages or escort people that were, thinking that someone was after them. But there are no grand conspiracies, you know. There are grand conspiracies, but not everyone is part of one, I should say. If that was your week, then Reno, what's your week like?
So Reno is naturally pretty paranoid. So even though everything seems, you know, easy peasy, uh, she's still kind of waiting for the other shoe to drop. But after a few days, when nothing happens, I think she is probably going to celebrate a little with Bex. Giving a finger to the man essentially. Finally, after all this time. Um, Maybe upgrading her arm to the nicer metal that she used to have that she liked a lot. That was just like a high quality black and gold. And new guns. New guns. She likes guns.
Mm-hmm. What is she looking for as far
And a
as
new
guns?
cat bed. Like a deluxe cat bed.
I can tell you for $100 you can have your cat bed.
Live it a little. She is probably looking for something. She had a really cool assault rifle right before it was taken away. So something that's like assault rifle level, not sniper, but decent ranged with some nice scopes and things like that. Like all the nifty gifties attached to it.
Do you want something heavy or do you want something light?
Something light.
Something light. There's quite a few that are available. I mean, there's the new. No, that's a heavy, medium, light. Oh, the Ronin. The Ronin Light Assault Rifle by Militech.
Nice.
Basically, it does 5d6 damage. And it's got a. It's not a smart gun, but it does add a +1 to your. I think that's what it is. Weapon accuracy.
Stop chewing your foot.
Yeah, it's got a +1 to your marksmanship. Because of the scope on it.
+1 in marksmanship. Okay, got it.
It's got a scope and a laser sight, so all the cool things.
Sweet.
However, you cannot conceal it.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah.
And it's got a magazine of 30.
Magazine of 30.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how often you're gonna have to reload, but
You never know.
in case, because this is an assault rifle after all.
Right. But yeah, buying some steaks, making Bex a nice dinner, and trying to relax a little bit.
How, just out of curiosity, how fancy are you going for? Like high-end steaks?
She has $100,000 in her bank account right now. So what was that? 120?
No, you have $20,000.
Oh, I have 20,000.
Yeah,
Wait.
20,000.
Oh, I thought the 100K was the split price.
No,
Okay, so
it's
$20,000. Okay.
okay.
A little less, significantly less, but still, that's a lot of money. So we're going like real cows raised not too far off from outside the city. Like nice.
Yeah, it's like a $200 meal, like
Yeah,
what we would
totally.
have in our world for like 200.
Right.
Price of your gun, however, because
Mm-hmm.
that's, I know you're gonna be able to afford it.
Oh
That's
yeah.
not gonna be a problem. I just need to check the price. Militech. That's 450.
450. Perfect. Yeah. Plenty. I'm good. Yeah.
So otherwise, you have all of your money. And yeah, chat raises a good question. Are there smooches?
Oh, there is definitely much more than smooching.
Okay.
Her and Bex are friends with benefits. So, yeah, occasional friends with benefits. Fades in and out.
And that's one such occasion.
Yeah, they're on and off again.
It's what, almost dying does to you.
Well, you know.
That said, that's Reno's week. What about Mr. White's week?
Well, there's probably a little bit of work involved, and each of the team, my trauma team, would have gotten a like cred stick with 2K on it. That says thanks for the fun time out, and he also would have made sure to facilitate the buy-in with Jimenez for Connie into Club Underground. And I think he is probably going to well, he's got another 2K that he's setting aside for whoever is the first person to pull down one of those towers per the message he sent out.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of set in a dummy account, and whoever can give him the first sort of like proof that they did it will get the account number and control of it. So the number and password. But
As far as you know, it didn't happen during the week yet.
that's fine. But that's, I mean, he sets all that stuff up. And when all that is said and done, I think he's going to do some basic shopping for some meds to use when he has to patch people up. But really, not a whole lot. Kind of low profile at this point. Doesn't want to make anything kind of any major waves. Let things kind of settle for a little while. And check on people though. Make sure they're still okay. Check on Brainiac. Check on Control. Check on Connie and make sure that's all getting along okay. Make sure that Jinx and Connie, or that Connie is using or offering Jinx the right jobs and leveraging the expertise that Jinx brings to further his business, as well as just kind of double checking to make sure that nobody is still trying to blackmail him, that all of the people that were connected to that are out of the picture. And yeah, so just a lot of info gathering, I guess. And then of course checking those dead drops to see if any of the other requests came from Arasaka or not. but you never know until you look. So
Nothing yet from Arasaka. Still.
fair enough. He
Uh,
doesn't expect anything, but he hasn't been told no. So until he hears no, he will check.
a quick question: what kind of medical grade drugs were you looking for? Like to do what exactly? Like just regular healing, or something like with a specific?
No, just the standard ones. I actually have a list already set aside. So with all the prices per dose.
Oh, cool.
So
Then
Stim, Syncomp, Dorf, Stabilizer. Yeah.
yeah,
So
all the necessary
Mhm.
drugs that you'd have in a first. Well, not just a first aid kit, but like a med kit.
yeah, just to restock because it's been a pretty busy month. So
Yeah.
needs to make sure that that the team is not caught unprepared. But yeah, and outside of that, I think he's again just gonna try and stay off the radar at this point. He'll check on Kava and make sure Kava's not slipping into any sort of bad habits again. I guess that would be another good one to check on.
Stay
yeah, that we
mostly
were at it.
clean.
Yeah, I don't expect him to be an angel. I just expect him to not be, well, negligent.
No, he's okay. Like there's a few times you went to check up on him and like you could definitely like smell the alcohol on his breath, but it wasn't overpowering. It like it's not, he's not gonna come clean like one day.
No, don't expect that.
Yeah. Well, he's gonna come clean one day, but I mean, he's not gonna come clean in a day.
Yeah.
Otherwise, Arasaka, nothing. Connie leveraged Jinx to a certain extent, but he's trying to rebuild all of his network, alternate means of making money, and all of that with like Club Underground. But Drukovsky is like getting back on his feet.
Yeah.
One thing that does strike you is the amount of times in the news that, well, according to the news anyway, some idiots tried to charge at one of the WorldSat antennas around the combat zone. Because, of course, the message you sent out went to just about everyone. And and not everyone is equipped to deal with corporate security.
Nope.
So there's been a few attempts, none of them successful.
I assume that some of them are also related to the fact that those towers are supposed to turn them into like free entertainment as they kill each other.
Yeah.
Which they're probably not happy about. Oh, and I would find out whether or not Nightjack is ever going to follow through or if I should write him off.
Nightjack had to follow through on what exactly? Give me Nightjack.
Nightjack was supposed to find high-end
A
weaponry.
WSSA sniper for you.
Well, that or anything high-end, I told him, because he said that he couldn't promise something like that. I said, you don't have to, but anything high-end needs to come my direction first, because the sniper's already been taken care of.
You would actually have found a piece of equipment. Nothing it's high end in the sense that it is sleek, it is modern, it is not a firearm.
Mm-hmm.
It's a what they call a mono katana,
Mm.
a kendeshi mono katana for the modern street samurai.
Does it have any markings on it?
There used to be. They've been expertly removed. There's nothing mechanical about it. There's nothing cybernetical about it either. It's just a very sharp, sleek sword. That, looking at the pictures he sent you, probably belonged to someone rich. The guard has been gilded in gold. There's a diamond encrusted on the pommel.
Does he know who it belonged to? Or in other words, did he have the markings removed? And does he remember what they were? Or did someone else have it removed and he just got his hands on it?
He just got his hands on it. He was given directions to a grave, and he dug it out.
What grave?
A member of the Kiyoshi family.
Put it back. I'll pay you whatever you were going to get for it, but put it back.
Come on, man. It's a sweet sword. I mean...
Yeah. And right now, I'm dealing with that family. And if they are distracted by someone desecrating their family's graves, I don't get to do my job. So I'll pay you what it's worth. You put it back and make sure nobody else can take it.
Look, I'll put it back. You don't need to pay me. I'll put
No.
it back. I'm not going to sell it.
You're losing money. I get it.
Well, then if you... $600.
I will send him $1,000 and tell him to make sure no one else can get it.
I will make sure that whoever gave me the location of that sword cannot give the location to anybody else.
Good. And, no, don't do that. But give me their name.
Oh, Robert Steinhauer.
All right. Thank you.
He's a bit of a special person.
Fair enough. Let me know as soon as it's done, and I will make sure that nobody else knows about it. From Robert Steinhauer.
All right.
But I paid you enough. I want it done. I want this to be your number one priority.
You want me to send Bob to you?
No, I just want you to put it away right away.
Oh yeah, it's already done, sir.
Okay, so text me as soon as it literally is done.
He would have texted you like 3 hours later.
Okay. At which point, I would have sent a message to Kiyoshi, giving him Robert Steinhauer's name, saying that this person is offering the location of a ceremonial katana in one of his family's grave sites, which I'd give him the information to. And I don't think that he'd appreciate such desecration. One of my compatriots verified that this is true and ensured that it is still there.
Um, in the news, about a week later, there's a headline about a man that was found decapitated. Robert Steinhauer used to work for Arasaka. They believe it was a suicide.
It's a very talented suicide.
Yes.
You piss off your employers that badly. Obviously, you're doing some sort of suicide.
That said, now that all of your weeks of downtimes are done, we're going to focus the camera on the news for a moment. As your characters are either watching the TV or listening to a music, podcast thing on your agent, everything stops to bring you an emergency broadcast about an attack on Sugo Manufacturing. A group of cybernetically enhanced individuals just barged in and looted and destroyed a local dealership of Sugo Manufacturing. Not the biggest in Night City, but the second biggest. Sugo Manufacturing, by the way, is a company that manufactures cars and AVs. They were all destroyed. The news call it road rage. They were apparently flinging cars around like they were nothing but mere footballs. The NCPD was dispatched on the scene with reinforcement from Max Tac. The news advised people to remain indoors as much as possible, to watch out for anyone wearing too much cybernetics, for apparently a number of vehicles were marked as missing, and so did a few of the looters. The news also takes some time to thank the great many NCPD officers who put their lives on the line and were injured in such an attack. One of which was Sergeant Al Powell, who's been dispatched to Night City General Hospital. We do not fear for his life, but we thank his bravery. And not long after this broadcast, you all receive a message on your agent from Control. Need to talk to you ASAP. Come home.
Does she mean her? Do they mean her home or our home, or what do you think? She kind of like messages that through the group chat with the.
Definitely think she means to give us something very important. So probably her place again.
Yeah, I'm guessing it's gonna be back to her little bunker.
I gotta check on Uncle Al first, because
I can find
she-
out who's attending.
yeah, I should send Merc. Merc should definitely check on Uncle Al.
Yes, Merc should go and visit his uncle.
I don't think I really... Fine. But anything he does to me, I do to you.
You'll try to do to me, and you'll deserve.
And Merc will take a lift to Night City General. What about the rest of you?
Gathering everyone up to go to controls, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll head on over.
You make your way back to this apartment on the northern side of town. This derelict house that looked boarded up and abandoned. A duplex, I should say. You make your way in, avoiding the typical traps that someone has put back in place. Except that when you come in the basement this time, there is a creature that was not there before. The size of a tiger, almost, is a giant German Shepherd. More than just a regular German Shepherd, you notice that this one has a small, like, pinhead-sized red bead inside both of its eyes. It wears an elaborate collar with a metal plate that goes down its chest. It sits back when it sees you approach. It doesn't even bark. Doesn't wag its tail. But looks at you and nods, as if to acknowledge that you are welcome here.
Shins waves, but she doesn't like approach the dog. But she like, you see that she wants to pet the pupper, but she doesn't.
I definitely do not. I don't like dogs.
But he's a pupper. He's so cute. Look at him. He's
No.
cute. Yeah, he's cute.
No.
Yeah. Do you think we could
No.
get a pupper? We should get a dog.
No.
You already have a
You-
dog.
You like?
You can get.
You
a dog.
have Gina.
We have the
you
Undertarian.
We
like-
already have one.
The Undertarian doesn't. That's Jimenez's dog. I want another puppy. I want a puppy.
No.
You let Gina have all the crazy shit.
Gina's things go in cages and boxes and whatever else she keeps them in.
No, they don't. I had to pull that anaconda out of the stupid vent the other day.
Right, but they don't make noise. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Other than the bird that she brought home, I don't want to hear about the bird. Just, the bird's gone. Everything else is quiet. Maybe.
No, you just made it.
We're getting a puppy! We're getting a puppy! We're getting...
That is Trin's entire thought process at the moment. We are getting a puppy.
The dog is still staring at you as you make your way up while chattering about buying a pupper. Who's the last person to leave this room?
Holy Jimenez.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Jimenez, could you make a perception check for me, please? You notice that the dog moved to follow you, but stopped at the end of the stairs. And you are pretty sure it did not have a machine gun popping out of its back when you saw it the first time.
Does it look like it's about to fire?
Nope, it's just standing there.
He's just gonna give it a very uneasy glance and then try not to worry the rest of his teammates and just follow.
As you go to turn around and keep moving up the stairs, you swear you saw that dog wink.
Yeah, I don't want people to think I'm going crazy or anything. So
make your way up. And you end up in control room. The same place with the lazy boys, the big screen, the VR brain dance setup. You hear a voice over the speakers. Glad you could make it. I
Nice
thought
pet.
I'd be a... Oh, thanks. New addition to the house. I felt alone all by myself, and figured I could use the company.
What's the dog's name?
Oh, I try not to get attached. I named him Johnny.
Fair enough. Johnny's got cute eyes.
Johnny always had cute eyes.
Mm-hmm.
You named it after Johnny Silverhand?
Well, of course, why wouldn't I?
Not being a
would-
dog fan, Jimenez is just going to be very quiet.
If you would like to sit down, I've prepared something for you. I figured that, well, now that I am a woman of means, I could offer you, I could offer to be a gracious host this time. And also, I need to talk to you about something very important. I'd rather not do it over the loudspeakers.
I appreciate it.
Trin sits down, but she does that sit in a like that shorter person sit in a big leather chair where you pull your sit cross-legged in the chair and then kind of lean forward.
Has she always communicated with us over the loudspeakers?
Unless we have the VRs on.
Oh, the
Yep.
VR. That's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Never
she
mind.
would like all of you to...
Idea canceled.
She would like for all of you to put on the VR if you want it.
Yeah, Jinx sits down, makes herself comfortable, puts the VR on.
Yeah.
Figure at this point we can trust control, so I'll do the same.
You are brought into a very, very loud nightclub.
You know, this isn't like the best place to talk. None of these people are real. I'm shouting like over the
Yeah.
den of the.
It's okay, chat can hear the music, I just haven't shared it with
Oh,
all of you.
great.
But maybe I will. Let's see if that breaks anything. So, music is very loud, and she approaches you. Of course, you remember what she looks like. Heavily tattooed, Asian woman with bright, flashy makeup, and she's wearing, well, a bit like what she has on her picture, so, like, very revealing clothing. Like, rave outfit, really. She's like, I'm so glad you could come! Isn't this the best party?
What? I can't. What?
Oh, wait! And you see her, like, go dead eyes for a moment. And then, whoop, life comes back to her. And she just says, now we can talk. And that's true, her voice, for some reason, is, like, filtered as if you were wearing headphones and just had, like, a private conversation. And the sound in the back dims whenever one of you speaks. Yeah, this is my, kind of my happy place.
I mean, it's good music. Who's playing? I don't know this one. Is this somebody I should be listening to? I don't know about that. Maybe I should add the list.
It's Johnny.
I don't have this album. I thought I had all the albums. I must be missing one.
Johnny Silverhand. He's pretty good.
Isn't he dead?
So was Pavarotti, and his music's good anyway.
Just you were talking like he was alive or something. I thought I'd missed something.
No. No, Johnny died like 20 years ago.
Yeah. Okay, I was just making sure I didn't miss anything.
No, I mean, that'd be weird if he ever came back, right?
I mean, that whole blowing up in the building thing. But it's Johnny. I could believe it.
Yeah, it'd be even weirder if he were to come back like 57 years in the future.
57 seems oddly
You mean
specific.
30? You mean 37?
No, Johnny blew himself up in 2020, and he's back in Cyberpunk 2077.
Yeah. But I was talking about as opposed to the current timeline,
Yeah.
which would be 2020, 2040. So.
But no, I'm not bringing Keanu Reeves onto this game unless Keanu Reeves says so. That said, you probably saw the news on the radio or on the TV. Right?
Yeah.
Good,
Yeah.
That wasn't all of it.
It never is.
No, and I figured I would probably let you know before shit hits the fan. I owe you that much. This whole thing was, I don't know, I think that was a diversion. While this was happening, someone accessed the Sugo database and cleaned it of blueprints. Blueprints for power armor and power armor transports. Stuff that nobody should have known that Sugo was working on. Unless there was some sort of insider trading. Insider knowledge or corporate espionage.
Who stands to benefit from it then?
Not Arasaka. Sugo is a division of Arasaka. So my money's on Militech.
Before it comes out to anybody else, I'll send a message to Kiyoshi to give him a heads up in case he doesn't know. I don't think he should be surprised.
The moment you do, a call comes into your agent.
No, I was saying,
Virtual?
like, I don't know that I'm doing this in VR.
Oh, I thought, well, I mean, you could. That's why I thought you were doing it.
Well, then I would find out from Control, how fast is this going to become public?
Oh, the diversion? I don't know.
Okay. I'm going to send it to Kiyoshi then right away. That heard a rumor, somebody jacked some top secret files out of Sugo, that the destruction was a diversion. Wanted to make sure you weren't surprised by this and could get ahead of it.
And that's when you get a call back.
Mm-hmm.
Do you pick it? Do you pick it up?
Yeah, if it's from Kiyoshi.
When you take the call, you see a holographic face of Kiyoshi in the VR space.
Mm-hmm.
It's not moving. It's not a hologram. It's just like a rotating, floating head.
Okay.
Like a 3D profile picture or something. Kiyoshi says, "We are aware. I was going to reach out to you and your friends."
We're trying to move on IEC, but I think that they move first.
This is clearly done a work of IEC. They're trying to cover up I don't know what. But
Oh, no, it's connected to all those, whatchamacallits, the psychos. That's their word.
I dread to think what psychos in Sugo power armor could do to this city.
Yeah, me too. I already saw some of them have to be taken down with rockets.
I know you've asked a lot of me already, and I'm willing to give a lot. But I need your help, Mr. White. And I need your help right now.
What kind of help do you need from me?
Blow up the IAC lab in Night City.
Done.
How big
I'm
a
in.
boom do you want?
Are we talking about leveling the entire place or just wipe out the lab?
Lab is a bare minimum. We don't want to send a message. Well, actually, no, scratch that. We want to send a message, but to certain people. It doesn't need to be made public. If the lab is destroyed, they'll know that they should not have moved against Arasaka.
Okay.
Also, if you can, eliminate their little pet, Mulhen Steel.
Why are you so interested
Fair
in
enough.
defending Arasaka?
Who's so interested?
I'm talking to Control.
No, that was Kiyoshi we were talking to.
Oh, Kiyoshi, sorry.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
never mind.
Yeah,
So-
during this whole conversation, Control is just like looking, staring. She doesn't hear the conversation going on between Kiyoshi and all of you. So she's just like looking at all of you, and after a couple seconds gets bored and just goes to dance on the dance floor.
Um, I would be happy to remove the threat of Mulhan Steel from this city. If it's within our power, which I believe it to be.
Can I have this car? Can I have the car? I want the car.
That's
We're already
fine.
getting a puppy.
Um,
Yeah, but the car is the car. I'm gonna have both.
that's the. Yeah, we'll just need to. We're gonna really need that distraction if we need to do it fast, Mr. Kiyoshi. Because the less planning, the bigger distraction we'll need. I'll see what we can do.
I can see what we can do on our end. Huh. What kind of distraction are you looking for? How many people do I have to mobilize?
I mean, if we're supposed to be blowing up an entire building, a big one.
Well, I need their attention away. They did something violent to get people to look in one direction. It doesn't have to be violent to get people to focus somewhere. You just have to find something that they care about more than their daily work and get them to focus on it.
I think I know just the people to do that to.
And as long as they are looking at something different that doesn't cause them to be hypervigilant, they're going to expect something violent, Mr. Kiyoshi. That's their MO. They like to be violent. They expect retaliation. You want something that they're not going to be looking for, that's going to make them focus solely on it. Then we can give them what they were expecting.
I'm being told I forgot to ask you something more, and I apologize. We need to make sure to wipe out any data that they have on their research on those cyber psychos.
Oh, that was already part of the plan. Nobody should be doing that to other human beings. Ever.
Good. Then that is all. Let me know when your team is ready to move out, Mr. White. And I will have the diversion ready. I need at least 3 hours.
I need to do a little bit of recon, so 3 hours sounds ideal. I'll be in touch.
Thank you. And the head just spins and disappears. And Control comes back with like a handful of drinks that she puts on the table in between all of you.
So we're gonna need to find a way to get all that C4 into that building.
That's not hard.
I wouldn't boil it down to being so easy as that. I just...
Oh no, because they're gonna be looking for something like that. So we need them. We need another distraction that they can fuck with, that can keep people like Mulhen Steele busy, because he is the type that wants to see violence. And while we do the other stuff, wiping the drives, destroying the lab, leaving them with nothing related to this project.
The Sugo manufacturing, cars they made.
Mm-hmm.
Did IEC use them for their transports?
What transports?
I mean, things come in and out of the building all the time.
Mm.
They have to get materials somewhere, and they have to transport them somehow. So, if all these Sugo manufacturing cars are all over the place, it might be easier to get one than...
But isn't Sugo part of Arasaka?
Oh, yeah, it is, right? Well, I mean, they're all still...
That doesn't mean that they...
Doesn't mean that they don't use them.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Someone
I mean,
can work
if
for-
IEC is part of Militech, yeah, they wouldn't touch that.
They would actually, oddly enough, use American-made cars, which means like Ford and, well, whatever the new version of Ford is, which I'm trying to find
Toyota
very
Chevy,
quickly.
right?
Yeah, like the
Chevy,
Toyo Chevy.
Toyo, or whatever.
Toyo
Yeah.
Chevy. Which we have a bunch of pieces of.
Which,
That's true. I don't know if we
so
can...
Control, what's our way in?
Give me 2 seconds. Where's my tanker? It's called New American Auto Works.
Okay.
NAA is the company of car that they use. Those like tankers that they move the people in during Jinx's prologue.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're New American Auto Works. Like, this is something that all of you would know just judging by the shape of the trucks and all that.
Gotcha. So,
Back to Control. Yeah.
what's our way in, Control?
Oh, you want me to help?
You were first paid to help.
Oh,
And
well,
if I remember correctly, we are completely paid in full.
yeah, you are. That's why I could
And we
afford
have-
this sweet gig.
Yeah. And we have a very good relationship, do we not?
Yeah, we kind of do.
So, I need to know, based on our previous plan, what do you need inside so you can wipe all the drives and make sure that none of that stuff exists ever again?
Ooh. Oh, that's...
Do I just need to hook your phone up to something?
Yep. You need a special software on the phone, though. I'm gonna need to do a remote install.
Okay.
Once you're out of the VR, just leave it connected to the couch. That shouldn't take me a long time. I mean, Rach Bartmoss discovered a lot of sneaky ways to destroy hounds and ice, so...
Mm-hmm. I hear a lot about Mr. Bartmouse.
He was a very special net runner.
Mhm.
And the
So
way she says special, there's like enmity there.
Hmm. Not a fan?
Not a fan of a lot of things. I'm personally not a fan of Arasaka, but
Oh, I'm not here to be friends with Arasaka. They are a means to an end, and we just happen to be on good terms, and I'd like to leave it that way so they have no reason to ever come calling for a favor.
isn't that what they just did?
Oh, but me being obligated to help.
Oh,
This coming from a position of that they're not used to being in.
I'd still be wary of them.
Oh,
And on-
they're not coming over for, dinner or anything. Last time that happened, we had to foil a poisoning.
And I got shot.
Yeah, that's
Always
a
get
theme.
shot.
I remember looking through the video footage of that event. Yeah, you did get shot. Congratulations of surviving.
And she just kind of points at Mr. Frost, Mr. White. He's like,
So, yeah.
Pays to have a doctor. Alright. You hook me up, I erase their database. I need to be connected to a server though.
Yeah.
Most of their little
You give us
work
maps.
computers might not be connected to the main. Or maybe if you do. I mean, so long as you're...
We need to be behind the firewalls, right?
Well, if we're not, it's just going to take me longer.
Yeah, we don't want long. We want fast. Because we want them focused on other things.
Then you'll probably have to hook me up somewhere in the lab.
Yeah, that sounds fine. If that's the case, I think you might need to provide a second phone.
Oh, yeah, you'll definitely leave this phone behind.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry. I'll get in touch with you again.
Fair enough. If you can help us with the tech side, we can take care of the meat space.
I sure hope so. It's not like I was going to do anything in meat space.
Would have never crossed my mind, friend. Would have never crossed
Also-
my mind.
also, if I could have maybe possibly, the locations of their cooling towers in their service center before we go in, it'd make life easier.
I think that's on the map.
Yes, exactly. We need them.
We have a full set of schematics, I believe. That was part of the package we got.
I didn't know if we had gotten that yet. I didn't know we got that. We got that. It's cool.
Hmm. We just didn't know how to get in. So that's why we're looking for the door in.
Yeah.
Mm.
It
You
depends.
said I could blow up a parking garage and I could steal a car.
Yeah, that was just to cause a distraction. We have a different plan for distractions now.
Can I still steal the car?
When we're looking to get out fast, that would be fine.
Okay.
Especially after, Jinx and Reno can have a talk with Mr. Steele. I assume the two of you want to finish the business that Mr. Steele decided to start.
Oh, hell yeah.
On that
What am I
note,
supposed to be doing?
well, first of all,
Making us look good.
you're pretty. Secondly,
Granted.
there's a lot of... There's still going to be physical people. I mean, you saw how good I am at working my way physically through a crowd.
I would also like to not get shot again.
I'm not taking a bullet for you.
But maybe you could figure out how to make sure that I don't get shot while I'm setting up, bombs.
We can work on that, yes. So we have a plan. I think we're going to jack out. We just need to know which way to enter from based on the schematics and controls assessment of their security, where are their weakest points. I know the garage has a lot of blind spots, but is there a good entrance that will get us not a direct line, but a timely path to where we need to go below? Or Reno, do you have anything in
Well,
your bag of tricks?
That is a good question, Simon. I've been there. I don't know if I've been there before. It's separate from like the headquarters, correct?
It's in a different building, but I will go since we're gonna go to break soon. You will have the map up during break,
That's true.
Excellent.
so you'll have like the full schematics of that place, and then I'll be able to go through it with you, so that when we come back from break,
Nice.
you all
We'll
are
know.
aware of where things are. Yeah.
The heist is on.
Is that good
Do
with
it.
everyone?
Yeah.
All right. Then we will go to break, and we're gonna do our giveaways. Maybe after break, maybe near the end of the episode tonight. We'll see about that, and we will see you again in a few minutes. Ciao, everyone. Hey, hello everyone. We are back, and we were discussing in the green room about the heist. We'll continue this discussion now that the map is up. Just for all of you outside of our Roll20, if you want to see a bit, if you want to know a bit what is happening, it's a 2-level, so there's the main level of the building, and then there's a lab level underneath. There's an access from a parking garage and an access from the street, but the lab itself is cut off from the rest of the world and accessible only through a single elevator shaft. Giveaway will be at the end of the episode, by the way.
I say we arrange both a car heist of their parking garage and then blow that up.
Reno has the EMP as a reminder that can potentially knock out cameras. I don't know, maybe.
There's an EMP?
Mm-hmm. It's a pipe bomb.
Do you know? Can maybe I see? Can I please?
I will hand it over.
Do I think if with this basic EMP pipe bomb that it currently exists, I could attach a wiring system and hardwire it to a server system and basically tie it to the electrical system of the building and EMP the entire building?
For something that is like for a regular building, probably. This lab might be shielded from that.
Well, not the lab
From the
itself, but the
inside?
building from the they probably do actually add shielding for the lab, but maybe not the lab itself, but the rest of the building.
Oh, probably.
So like,
But the way, let me see. It's the grenade is only good enough to power a it okay, so the burst that it does, the pulse that it does is over a 10-meter diameter for 4 minutes. There's not a whole lot of power in that bomb.
no, but if I take that existing EMP and attach it to the hard electrical system within the building,
I'd say it could work. It's just not strong enough to last very long. It's gonna be a weak. The bigger the range, the weaker it's gonna get.
yeah,
It
but that
could.
doesn't matter because once you hit the EMP, you don't need the EMP to last very long. Because once you've been knocked out by the EMP, you have to do a shit ton to get back up.
Would it be better used on someone like Steel, who we know is Cyber Doll Get Out?
I mean, he probably has EMP shielding.
If he's not shielded, yes. Cyberware, by the way, through this this grenade, cyber limbs come back after 10 minutes. So if you disable someone with this, it lasts for a while.
I mean, if we could I, without destroying this piece of technology, recreate effectively this
Not
or
without
general EMP?
not without opening it, not without ripping it apart.
Okay, fine. You keep on this one because you might need it with Mohan because he's an asshole and a dick and he's not nice, which I think is mean. But you shouldn't have to deal with meanie people. But I could probably build an actual general EMP. It's just going to be a little heavy.
I think that we're fine with what we have. Based on the things that I see in the medical bays, just from the schematics, the things that should be there, that place is not going to survive us.
Oh, I know, but I like to give us odds.
What are the
Hey,
chances
did you want
the distraction doesn't work like we hope it would? Have we considered two different approaches?
That's why the car heist is such a great idea for a backup distraction. If we can have them focused on the parking garage and the car heist, Arasaka's distraction plus that distraction should thin them out enough that if one doesn't work very long, we have some time. Are you thinking we need a third?
Not necessarily. It should be good enough.
I mean, I also would like to find a different way out. You've been in their buildings. How would they be getting these psychos out? They're not taking them through the lobby.
They dumped me in an alleyway after knocking me out.
But when you used to collect people that needed to be talked to, I'm sure you didn't take them through the front door.
No, but that was HQ. It was a different building.
Yeah, but what was their MO? How did they hide things? What's the way that they think?
Simon?
Hi.
Channel your inner bastard.
That's a bit hard to know for you because you were kept in the dark, much like Wrecker was.
Right.
You would bring the people in. When you brought them to HQ, you would bring them through like a general loading dock.
Okay.
If you will, sort of like the back door.
Right.
Ditch them in a warehouse type of room, and the rest of the IEC employees would handle things.
But based on the map, where's that for this?
On this map, it doesn't seem like there's any way in or out to do that.
But there is. Because we know that they did that when they had those trucks. Right, Jinx?
The trucks were bringing people to Los Angeles.
I know, but they were bringing them from here.
Yeah.
And we had footage of old footage of one of the trucks leaving.
Mm-hmm.
Was it coming out of the parking garage or was
Yeah.
it coming somewhere else?
No, it was leaving from the garage.
So there might be a different entrance in the garage than the one we know of. That's all I'm trying to say.
Yeah, no, you're probably right.
All right.
So I shouldn't blow up the parking garage until after we're sure that's not the way out.
Yes.
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, if we do need it as a way out, then sure. We could also just walk ourselves right out the front door.
All right. Oh, hey, Reno, do you and Jinx want some of these cuffs?
Yeah, sure.
Sure.
I have plastic cuffs for you. They'll apparently hold pretty much anybody.
That's good to know.
Cool.
Except when when you have this, and I kind of point to the buttons where, if I wanted to, I could disconnect my arm.
I mean, I said they'd hold people. I didn't say how long they'd hold people.
True. I'll put it in
I
my
don't know.
bag. Do you want to keep this? EMP?
No, you should hold on to that in case you run into Mohand. I can do enough with electrical systems built into this building that it wouldn't matter.
Okay.
I mean, like, if you can get me into an electrical box, I could do a shit ton to this building.
All right.
Fat cat.
Manos,
Yep.
any thoughts?
No, let's just get this over with.
Sounds good. Does anybody need a vest?
Yes!
I could do with a bit more protection. All I have right now is light armor jack. I don't know if that can double up.
Is Night Jack able to drop off, or is Arasaka able to drop off some protective gear?
Night Jack could probably find you something quicker than Arasaka, and you wouldn't be beholden to anybody else for that. As far as he's concerned, armor. What are you looking for? He can go all the way up to flak.
Is that above or below Kevlar?
Sorry, gotta open another. I think it's above, but let me just make sure.
Because I feel like that's the minimum that we need, because that's a 7.
I would like a helmet.
Yeah, me too.
Something better than Go
His
ahead.
Oh yeah, it's a light armor jack.
So it's the same as...
It's 11. It's above Kevlar.
Oh, it's 11. Okay. Is that what Reno already has?
I think so. It's the
What's your
base
rating?
essentially is 11.
Yeah. So that's the best we can get
That's
right
fine.
now on short notice.
That's all right.
Okay, so
Anything's better than the leather jacket I got.
so I guess that's 4 of them then, and at least 2 helmets.
Sorry, I wasn't muted.
Yeah,
I already
'cause,
have a light armor jacket.
Okay, so 3 of them, and I know 2 of us want helmets. Anybody else want a helmet?
I got a helmet as well. It's my baseball hat, but still.
I need the
I
helmet
has-
to hide my identity.
I have a helmet.
I'll take one.
Okay. So 3 helmets then, 3 light armor jackets. At some sort of dead drop that's between us and where we're going.
That'll run you up to 400.
That's fine. I'll pay the man.
All right. It's stopping power 11 all over your body and your
Light
head.
armor jack.
Okay.
That's 11. That's a lot better than 4.
Yours was 4?
Yeah, that was
Okay,
mine,
I
too.
thought mine was low. Jesus. Okay, never
All right.
mind.
Mine was 7.
No, the highest is 15.
Okay, I feel a lot better now.
Yeah, I had leathers. It looks, you know.
I mean, you look fashionable.
Yeah, Trins looks fat. Trins wasn't getting shot until she started hanging out with you guys.
No.
I mean, you can't really just go around in like full armor. I mean, people are going to get really suspicious if you walk into like a coffee shop with riot gear on.
It's true.
Yeah. Thank God right now you do not have riot gear. That would be the heavy armor jack. So as far as light is concerned, you still have like a sort of breastplate with shoulders and like padding all over your arms. It looks like a very high-tech version of like motorcycle equipment.
Is it
Can I put a
similar to
leather
what I'm
jacket on
used
top of
to
it?
using on Trauma Team?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I put a leather jacket on top of it so it looks stylish?
You can make it look stylish, but it doesn't stack.
No, I'm not talking about stacking. I'm just making it looking stylish.
Yeah. Yeah, style is important in Cyberpunk. So if you can make
Mhm.
it style, it works.
She goes to put on her normal leather jacket and it doesn't quite fit over the armor, so she grabs another one from the back of her closet that's a little bit bigger. Well, it's actually a lot bigger.
That used to belong
In
to
black
your
and
brother?
red. No, it didn't belong to her brother.
Hmm.
Somebody else's.
So, what about the Cadillacs? Are they up for Gone in 60 Seconds?
The what?
Are the Cadillacs up to steal some cars?
Oh, always.
Okay, I will tell them where we're going and that we may or may not be blowing the garage as part of the distraction. So they need to get out fast. This is a smash and grab. Take as many of them as you can.
Yes, sir. We
And
won't ask
you-
you twice.
Whatever you make, I'm only asking my normal cut. Nothing special.
There's a bit of grumble, but yeah.
I
They're
keep
gonna-
bringing you work.
Oh yeah, and we are thankful for it. They try. They try to avoid having to pay.
I know, but it's high end. These are corporate people. You're gonna get more dollars. All right, let's roll.
Do you wish to go there in broad daylight?
That's a good question. What time of day what time of day are they going to be the least busy?
I mean, they're gonna have more security at night for sure.
Mm-hmm.
7 p.m.
Closing time?
No, see, that's where everybody who's there during the day, they've already gone home. But the people who coming in at night to do the creepy shit, they ain't there yet.
If someone wanted to roll local expert, you could have confirmation on this.
I'm pretty good at that.
I can do that. And
Oh, no,
Jinx can
mine's
do
only
that.
2.
A lot of people can do that.
Oh, look at that. God damn.
I got 19.
Yeah, 19, 26,
No,
32
32.
actually. Yeah, 7 p.m. is the best moment. Like Trin said, people that are working day shift are gonna have left, or like whoever's late will be on the cusp of leaving. night shift will be coming in, but you're not gonna have increased security because you're not like during the graveyard shift yet.
Okay. I will let Kiyoshi know when the time is that we are entering.
We will be sure to have a diversion. You said violent or non-violent?
They're going to expect violence. So I would say do something they won't expect, because that will concern them more.
They will never expect this.
Is it the Spanish Inquisition?
No.
No.
Yeah, we're gonna send 3 dudes dressed in red robes.
A holographic rocker boy of Mel Brooks just appears.
But no.
Sing-
When you make your way... How do you make your way to the IEC lab? How's the team split? Are you all 5 together? Are you riding together? What does it look like?
I'm going to go alone. This is the first time I've gone against IEC in a much more physical way, and I'm just wanting my space to kind of clear my head and get focused. I'll meet you there.
We rendezvous. Give everyone a certain time that we rendezvous. We want to make sure that we are in place by this time. It'll be like, I don't know, what, 6:52.
Is there a public parking garage about like 3 blocks away?
Yeah. I mean, you're downtown, so yeah, there is.
Yeah, you know, that public. Trins is going to go early, like a couple hours earlier, and she's going to take the RV and park at the public parking garage a couple blocks away.
Okay.
So we have the extra getaway car if we need it. But I also could jack another car from the parking garage.
The RV is like your backup.
Exactly.
Okay.
But putting it in a like public parking garage, you know, kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah, like next to a mall that's nearby.
Exactly. Not one of the office building parking garages.
Mm-hmm.
Menez, you want to go get dinner?
Yeah, I mean, so I'm not really familiar with these sorts of things. Is this something that you want to go with a full stomach?
I don't know. I mean, I planned on eating kind of light, but I always like to case the joint, and I figure these corporate types always have some place that they actually like to have nearby.
Ooh, maybe we can get all fancy and get some Panera.
Sounds good. Get a bread bowl.
Salad.
Yeah.
During lunch?
No, I meant like dinner.
Oh, dinner. Yeah.
That was nearby, so that way we could overhear anything that we need to overhear.
Both
then-
of you make a perception check.
We do so well with these.
Yes, you do.
You're saying, Jimenez?
Oh, okay.
Lo and behold, as you're sitting in a booth, eavesdropping on the conversations around, there's a group of 3 businessmen that are furiously discussing the events of today and why mimes? Of all the thing, why did the mimes have to come down today? They're just blocking access to the garage. They're slowing everyone down. They're harassing people going to eat. And security just doesn't want to do anything because the mimes aren't touching anyone. it's pissing them off and it's ridiculous, and we are a respectable company and we should not have to deal with a bunch of bums who have nothing better to do than to put white makeup on their face and black berets and just go and harass hard-working individuals in the streets of Night City.
Menez is just going to perk up when he hears this, and then he's going to casually look out the window to see the mimes.
There is a mime outside the window just going like...
Menez is going to wave back politely.
They, judging by their height and size, they're probably, like, art students.
Okay.
Like, young-ish.
Well,
Menez is going to go outside and approach one of the mimes. Hey, do you have a spare outfit that might fit me? Menez is just going to shrug and follow along.
They bring you to the same parking garage that Trince parked the RV. And they open up the trunk of an old beaten up car, and there's just like a pile of mime outfits. And the young mime next to you says, take your pick.
Menez is going to look for one of the outfits that's baggy enough to fit over his armor.
Oh yeah, like a double triple XL that like
Yeah.
yeah.
But he's going to grab some makeup and says, so why exactly are you harassing these people? I just want to know what my motivation is.
It's like a flash mob. We're going to show people how to free themselves of the burden of corporatehood. And we're showing that in a world of freedom, you can express yourself with nothing. You don't need anything in life. And also, there's some dude that paid us $500 to do this.
Do you know who the dude is?
Some Asian guy. Talked with our teacher. Look, man, I'm not supposed to talk that long.
Yeah, that's fine. It's fine. Appreciate the outfit.
No worries. If you need motivation, you're a French sailor who left his life behind because you were heartbroken when one of your shipmates decided to leave, onshore leave one day and never come back.
Story of my life.
And he lights up a smoke.
So Jimenez is just gonna go for it. He's gonna mime things up.
So you just join the mimes in the street, leaving Mr. White alone at the Panera.
Yeah, he's gonna hang out like outside of the building and sort of just we'll wait till go time.
All right. Yeah, the mimes are going to be there until 7 o'clock at night.
I'm on my motorcycle. I'll probably stopped at I don't know if there's like street vendors selling hot dogs or something. Does that still exist? Is that a thing?
Oh, definitely.
Okay.
Dirty
And-
water hot dogs will never go away.
Nice. So yeah, I have all my stuff with me, and I'm just like a few blocks away, and I probably see like the mimes going back and forth, but I'm just waiting for a signal to. And I'm near a spot where I can go and hide my motorcycle, like park it. Otherwise, I'm just hanging out on it.
All right. And the time comes 6:52. Most of you are within, or all of you are within eyesight of the mimes. And they are harassing people. They're basically blocking them in invisible boxes and poking fun at them. And sometimes trying to like lasso someone and pull them back into the office. Security doesn't do anything, but there's like 4 security members, security guards outside, flanking the doors. And at the very end, one of the mimes goes up to a security agent and turns to the other mimes and goes like, and kicks the security agent in the balls. And the mimes disperse quickly as the 4 guards just rush at them. And that is a distraction nobody expects.
And that is when Mr. White will walk into the parking garage.
The Cadillacs are already present. Most of them dressed. You can see that they're like it's a costume, like a businessman in complete outfit. Like they have like dress pants and jackets, but they don't have like shirts and ties or stuff like that. But they're already casing which cars to take. There's 8 of them.
Take them all. As many as you can get your hands on.
And they too disperse and begin messing with the cars.
Trins, it's time to set the C4.
She's excited and she's ready. She's got her bags. She's good.
In the parking garage, you start setting up the C4 charges at the base of structure, like
Support structures.
Support structures. I'm gonna ask though that you make a.
I have a question. Did I get
yes.
did I get a schematic of the parking garage?
Oh yeah, it's just not on the map, but yes.
No. If she had that, then she would be like, she would turn to Mr. White and say, "Do you want this to look like an accident or like somebody intentionally messed up demo day?"
Whatever's going to be most embarrassing to them.
Somebody messed up demo day. It's also safer for everybody else around. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Because if she has the schematics for, and it's a normal like parking garage where you go up and back switchbacks, right?
Yeah.
Then she would put the C4 where she needs to pancake it.
Can you make a basic tech check? Mm-hmm. That's gonna tell us how well the C4 is placed.
Do I get any modifiers from having the schematics?
I mean, you would get a penalty for not having them.
Okay, fine.
But since you have them, no, it would be a straight.
Okay. 24. Actually, no. I'm gonna spend my last luck just to make it a 25.
25.
I like round numbers.
You are 100% sure that this is gonna go the way you want it, instead of 96% sure. There is no margin for error. The moment you press on that detonator, it's over. Jinx, what do you do? And Reno.
Probably I'll hide my bike, put it away so that it's too easy for me to get back to, but it's not obvious. And then I'll probably grab my stuff and start walking towards our rendezvous point.
In the parking garage.
Yeah.
Same. I have brought my weaponry, which does shit from a distance, so I'm kind of tailing a little bit, just keeping an eye on the perimeter. I'm on lookout duty essentially. Keep watch my ass and their asses too, I guess.
Make a perception
Especially
check.
my ass. 16.
Yet the guards are still chasing the mimes away. You notice that there should have been a guard at the entrance of the parking garage, but they are not there at the moment.
I'll tap into our little teeth radios and say, if we're gonna do it, it's time to do it now.
All right, then. Everybody in.
You open the side door, well, the door to the side of the building, leading to the yellow area on the ground level. You're in a small hallway. There are lockers all around you, where people probably leave their belongings before their shift. At the end of the room, there's an open door that leads to a corridor that turns sharply left.
Jins just flexes a hand and lets the rippers out of her left hand because she's still got a bunch of stuff. She's got a bunch of stuff in her right, and she's just gonna go along the lockers, popping locks.
Schlick, 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 schlick. Inside the lockers, you find a few, 3 lab coats, but the rest is like gym clothes and other like change of clothes. Someone has a stash of vintage porn.
Anybody leave their badge after they went home?
The 3 lab coats have the badges in the pockets.
Well,
Terrible security.
there we go.
Just because
It
you're
said
a
they were
security
powerful, it didn't
company.
say they were smart.
They also probably don't expect anyone to do this.
So, sorry, I'm looking at the map. Is this green box, is that the
That's the
front
street.
entrance to the
Yeah.
building? Okay.
So if you were still with the mimes, Imenez, you would still be where the green box is.
Okay. Would I have been able to get inside the building from there once the guards started chasing the other mimes?
If you can make a DC 14 stealth check, yes.
All right, let's do it.
Remember, you have luck that you can spend as well to increase, but hey, 14.
Yeah.
So,
So
yeah,
done.
you slipped past the guards. And you entered the lobby, and the receptionist behind the deck, a young man, probably like mid-20s, with slick back hair with a lot of gel in it, like of cream or whatever. It looks fake and plasticky. Dressed in a white shirt with a blue bow tie. And he looks at you and says, "Oh, god damn it, another mime. Get out! Get out or I'm calling security."
So, can Menace have timed this while or just before the C4 went off?
A C4
I haven't
hasn't
set
been
it off
blown
yet.
yet.
Okay, so he's actually just going to hang out there, and he actually has iced coffee with him, and he's just going to drink and then just wave at the receptionist while getting within just out of arm's reach.
Sir, I'm gonna say it one last time. You leave, or I am authorized to use lethal force.
Jimenez just starts flexing in front of him. And he's just
Okay, that's it, you piece of shit. And he opens a drawer and gets a nightstick out.
Okay,
And he
it says,
approaches you. He doesn't look that much of a fighter. Like you know when someone's a fighter.
Yeah.
And this person. Go ahead.
Yeah. So Jimenez is just going to keep backing away, but and sort of dance around him a little bit. And in his teeth, the radio says, "I've got the receptionist here distracted. Could someone just blow the hole in the wall so I can knock this guy out?" Basically, he's just going to wait and try to delay until the bomb goes off.
We'll grab the key cards and make our move. And as soon as we hear that, I'll look at Trends and say, well, actually, I'll radio the Cadillacs and say, you've got to the count of 6. You better be out.
And you hear them over the sound of cars going very fast. We got half of them.
Sounds good. Everybody out?
Oh, by the way, Steele's car was not there.
I forgot to ask about that. Shit, yeah.
So you can blow it with a safe conscience.
Trends?
Prinzel's gone. She pulls out the little switch and she goes, pushes it, like just a little red button. She's like, I have some button. I get to push the button.
It goes click. And then like a shock wave just shakes all of you, rattles the lockers as you hear the and the entire structure of the parking garage begins to. I'm so excited I'm starting to speak French. Structure of the parking garage begins to fall down. That's your cue, Jimenez.
Jimenez is going to take a very big gulp of his iced coffee and spray it in this guy's face before he drop kicks him.
Like it's an unarmored, practically unarmed person, but make a brawling check. Just to see how long he's gonna be out for 1 hour per 2 points that you have above 10. So he's out cold for at least 3 hours.
Okay.
Mike Tyson. Jesus.
He's going to pick up the nightstick and search the guy's body and then look for anything useful on the desk.
There's a ring of keys. There's his key card, and there's his agent. He was in the process of playing Candy Crush Saga.
Wow, people still play this game?
Oh, no, wait. Can I retcon that? He was in the process of playing Raid Shadow Legends. Everyone's fucking sponsored by them.
Literally no idea what that is.
Good.
No idea.
Let's
Jimenez is just going to pock up all of that stuff, and he's going to pick up his helmet. He'll also toss his beret on the guy's face and drag him behind the desk.
Mm-hmm.
At this point, I assume that the other 4 of us make our way into the lobby.
Yeah.
I just love the image of like Trin sitting there pressing the button and smiling at you all when there's a giant kaboom of like dust behind her.
You
I-
are not psychotic in the yeah, the least.
She didn't press the button until after everybody left. It's just destruction.
We walk. Let's make our way to the elevator. It's time to go down.
So, you walk down the.
If we go before we go, as we
Yeah.
have to go through the lobby, right?
Well, you are in the lobby, which is number 1.
Okay. From the receptionist desk, can I engage the outside security? Like, put the blast doors down on the front door.
That would be an interface check. Just using a computer that you've
there's-
never used before.
Okay, there's not like he doesn't like the receptionist just doesn't have a button. She's
Nope.
convincing about the fact that the receptionist doesn't have a button. This is gonna not go great.
The receptionist isn't important enough.
But there should be like he doesn't have a button to protect Militech's important shit. Just to I feel bad about this. Okay, this is gonna go badly, but we'll
This
see
is
what
just going to
happens.
toss her his agent. You might have something on this agent.
There's
Okay,
a list of
she'll
password
try-
for everything.
Is there the so where's the password? Oh, there's the password for the. Really? Combat CAD 27? Why?
He pays the premium for it. He gets it 1 week before everybody else.
That seems creepy. So she's. Do I get any bonus for having the password?
Oh, you don't need to roll.
Okay, good.
The glass doors, you hear a click as they lock, and then giant steel bars cross behind the doors. It's not like a complete blast door, like complete steel or whatever, but it would take like a battering ram to go through them now.
Yeah, just the emergency protection for this in case the riot happened in case things were outside. And wait, those security guards were outside, weren't they?
Yep.
All right,
She just kind of smirks at that, and then so where are we going?
down.
After the people with guns. I don't go first. Gun people go first.
All right, whatever.
As long as I didn't set off the alarms as well.
You go through the room. You don't hear any alarms or anything of the sort. No light that blinks or anything. You go through
Yeah, I
the
mean,
room behind the receptionist desk, which is empty. This sort of internal lobby where employees can meet and chat when they are allowed to. And then through the corridor and back of it to the elevator that goes down to the lab. However, you cannot go down to the lab unless you have a key card.
Yeah, I'll use one of the ones out of the lab coat.
Beep. You go down the elevator, and it opens up to a small decontamination room and a set of doors beyond. Next to the set of doors is a keypad with a retina scanner.
Control.
Yep.
You said you had something for me when it came to the retina scanner.
Just plug me in.
Plug in control.
And then you see a video of a man dressed completely in black. Black ski mask, black body armor, black gloves, taking the face of what is probably an employee and smashing it against the camera and forcing the eye open. It'd be like, be still. And she's like, I took that, can reproduce it whenever I want. But that should get you in. Give me just a moment. And then you hear the beep, and the door opens.
Nice.
Impressive.
The room beyond has a few desks in these transparent cubicles. It is very wide, very long, like something like 50 feet, if not more. There's a oh, I forgot, the server room is number 10. I'm an idiot. The server room is number 10.
Okay.
Okay, good. So that's what I thought.
In the middle of this big room is like another smaller room behind bay windows. And you can see inside multiple stations for cybertech. And a person there staring at you through the windows. Mulhan Steel.
Oh, okay, never mind.
They open the door so they would be here on the map. Where the purple ping is. And when they face you, Steel goes, Reno.
Steel?
Bunch of assholes.
Us?
That's mean.
No,
That's
just
really
her.
mean.
That's really just her.
I'm not that.
Oh, I thought you said that's mean. Oh.
No, that's mean.
I think it's time we end this. And he draws 2 submachine guns. You're muted.
Activate my speedwear.
As
And
he does so,
I lift my gun up to his head.
Yeah. As he does so, like as he draws them, you notice that his hips get noticeably wider.
No. He has hip guns?
And from his legs spring out 8 metallic spider legs that lift him up. He's about 10 feet tall.
He's like a... What the fuck is his name? Dooku?
Ryder?
From Star Wars? But reverse?
Well, I guess we'll find out next week for our finale.
I'm gonna suplex
Thanks, I
this
hate
guy.
it. Thanks.
No!
I hate it. I hate
No.
it.
Boss fight.
Trins steps back into the elevator room.
Just pushes the button, door shut. Here you go back up.
It's just like, nope.
I'm gonna go get a dog. See you later.
I'm not dying before I get a pupper.
We do technically have a dog, the Under Terrier.
But I need another puppy. I need more puppies.
So before we go around the table and you tell us who you are, you have to plug everything that you want to plug. I will just activate the giveaway for everyone. And the keyword tonight is going to be !C4. If you want to win a copy of the Jumpstart Kit, the book that we're using, the set, actually, the box that we're using to play this game, just type !C4 and you enter for a chance to win a PDF version of all of that. The rules, the world book, the pre-made characters, everything. So check that out if you want to. !C4. Let's go around the table. Tell us who you are. What you have going on. If you have anything to plug. Let's do reverse order and then the intros. We'll go counterclockwise. We'll start with Deirdre.
Oh, hey, y'all. You know me. I'm at Deirdre Donlan on Twitter, or Praxagora Thesmiophoria as you see me around on Twitch. And this is going to be great. I'm going to hide behind the 2 people with very big guns and not get shot again, hopefully. But I got to pancake a building, so it was fun. You can find me on Monday back here for some Legacy Life Among the Ruins, and then on my channel where we will be doing something involving classics on Twitch. I haven't probably at least the Emperor of the Moon that we didn't get to this week, I'll figure out the rest of it. I'll post on my Twitter as we come. And on Wednesday, I'll be over on Tales from the Grim for Witcher, Family of Wraiths. And Yennefer is in town. It's complicated. It's very complicated. Other than that, check my Twitter because I post where I'm going to be. And if you want to, you can check out the my first adventure written for Adventurers League. It was released on DM's Guild this week. It's part of a trilogy of adventures taking place in Avernus. Tier 3 fun times for D&D. But check that out if you want. Other than that, check my Twitter because I post where I'm going to be, all the fun things I do, and all the fun people I get to hang out with. I look forward to seeing you next week.
Hey everyone, I'm Chris Geary. You can find me on Twitter at Chris Geary. You can find me here next Friday night for the finale. You can also find me, well, hopefully a few more shows coming out in the future, but for now it's just Friday nights with Cyberpunk. We are working on Omens Rising. Come find me if you want to check out some of the unique mechanics of our character creation system and get a sneak peek into the feel of a game that is heavily inspired by JRPGs.
Hey, I'm Rin at Heaven's Night on Twitter and Burns Through the Rain in Twitch. And you can find me here on, what day are we? We're Friday. On Fridays. Simon was muted. Otherwise, for now, that's about it. Maybe sooner I will have something else. Yeah.
Anino.
How's it going, everyone? My name's Anino. You can find me on Twitter at Anino Gaming. This weekend, you can find me on the the Other Doc channel, Saturday night at 8 p.m. Eastern for Invisible Sun, and then Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern for Ghost of Saltma. Had a great time tonight. I appreciated the opportunity to play mime and ambush someone as a mime. So, yeah. And now I have a week to figure out how to suplex a 10-foot guy.
10-foot
Steel
tall
spider.
spider guy. Yeah. Cans, if that is your name, before we go to Adelaide, Cans, if you can send me a message on Twitch or Twitter, and with your email address, I will send that over to Art Alsorian Games so they can send you over your copy of the Jumpstart Kit. Adelaide.
That is me, Adelaide on Twitter. I am 1/4 of Action Fiction, which just released Monsters of Merca, which is an American cultural and political satire game for 5e. It is on Drive-Thru RPG. It is now officially a silver bestseller in like a week and a half, which is great and a little scary and intimidating, but cool. So go check that out if you like really funny games. You can also make it super serious, I guess, if you want to, but it's definitely a funny game. Simon likes it, so I'm happy. My DM likes my game. Well, their game. I didn't make it. Whatever. I'm in the company. Whatever. It's my game. I'm losing my mind tonight, apparently. Yeah. So check me out on Wednesdays at Goldheart Group's channel. Fridays here, and yeah, that's all I got now. So, and Faith Forge Academy, my podcast on Sundays.
Thank you for.
I'm loopy today.
It's the Mola and Steel effect. Or the mimes, I don't know. Thank you for coming, everyone. Thank you to all of you who hung out in chat. Thank you for the bits, the donations, the subs, the follows. Thank you for the raid. Thank you to all of you watching on YouTube. It's always greatly appreciated to know that we have fans on the other platform. I am Simon at Wandering DM. Thank you to all of our sponsors, Magen Press, Found Familiar, our new sponsors, Roll20, our Talsorian Games, and our partners, Level Up Dice. You can check them all out by clicking in the panels down below or the messages in chat. Congratulations to Cans for winning the JSK. And we will see you again next week for the finale of our first season of Cyberpunk RED. And the week right after, on May 15th, we're going to hold a special episode where we are going to preview the new official Cyberpunk RED rules. We are going to recreate the characters using the actual full rules of the game weeks before the game actually comes out. So you might want to check that out. You might want to come around for that. On Sunday, we're holding a very special charity game of Castle Falkenstein with Gail Simone, Jodie Lindai, Mercedes Lackey, Larry Dixon, and Chris Spivey. If you want to come check that out, we're raising money for WCK and to feed people. Yeah. Gail playing
I'm so jealous.
daughter of Red Sonja, or the
Yeah,
descendant
she's a descendant.
of
Yeah.
Red Sonja. Yeah. So.
And she outdrank an entire bar and threw someone through a window last week.
Yeah. Oh yeah. People in chat are wondering. No, there will be another season. We're not remaking the characters just for fun. We are going to come back for a second season once the game actually comes out, or if Talsorian allows us to play with the full rules beforehand, please. So that said, we'll see you again